What's good, gente? It's your boy Conejo. Yes, saben, man. We got a good one today. I'm gonna be speaking on an individual that I had brought up in one of my lives previously, right? And well, someone had asked about him. This individual is known as Kriminal, but not the one that raps, homie. This individual happens to be from Watson, and he's a hitter, homie. He's a hitter from CML. And this individual did some things when he was locked up in prison that a lot of homies used to look up to. So pretty much I'm gonna be speaking on that story. So I hope you guys like it, man. So make sure to hit them likes for your boy, hit that notification bell. And yeah, man, let me know what you guys think at the same time. Especially if you knew the individual, homie. Let me know what you think, homie. I know that the homie had some haters, especially because he put in work. That's all I gotta say. So let's get started, man. Like I said, man, we're gonna be speaking on Criminal from CML, and we're gonna talk about that story about him in San Quentin. Pretty much at this time, the homies, the homeboys, they were pretty much in guerra, homie, or they were having disagreements with the brothers, And this happened to happen during that time, well, when they're between like 2008, I want to say 2008, 2000, like 2008 to 2000, between 2008, 2010. I'll just say between those years, right? This individual happened to participate, with the whole riot that they had, and he happened to put in some work, homie, and that's what I'm gonna be speaking on. I know a lot of individuals know what I'm talking about, so, and this is what made the homie someone in Watson like looked at us like, damn, this fool was a real gladiator, and I'm gonna be speaking on it now. I know you guys are probably like, man, why don't you stop prolonging that shit? So I apologize. So this homie, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna say it, because at the same time, I don't want to make it seem like I'm over here, you know what I mean. But this homie does have paperwork on the thing that the occasion that did happen, especially because he happened to get injured and happened to go to medical. So it's not like something that's not out there. You get me? So this individual happened to be participating in the whole riot when they had a riot with the brothers, right? So when it all went down, pretty much, he happened to be in the lower tier, or actually he was in the fourth tier. This individual happened to be on the fourth tier, right? And the brothers happened to be on the, like, I believe in the second tier, right? Because what the homies would always say, and we happened to talk to the individual when he was in like the hole and shit. Especially because at that time there were certain people that allegedly had some things, right? There was pictures that were sent and all kinds of little things. It's the people that are locked up understand what I'm talking about. And this individual happened to go jump off the tier in San Quentin. So for the people that been to San Quentin, you guys gotta understand, jumping off the tier is like it's crazy, homie. Even the third, fourth tier, looking down, that's a quite a distance, homie. So this individual, I mean, he's a big boy, homie. I'm not gonna lie, the homie's a big boy. So he happened to pretty much jump down. He ended up jumping, I believe, to, like I said, to the second tier. He ended up going to the second tier and happened to put in some work, homie. He ended up stabbing one of the brothers. Um, like I said, homie, Conejo doesn't encourage violence or nothing like that. But this individual at this time was putting in work for what he believed for, like for the cause and for what he thought was right. And pretty much this individual happened to jump off the pretty much like the fourth tier, like I said, to the second tier to just pretty much put in work. And probably people are like, man, well, Conejo, why didn't he go through the stairs? Well, when shit's cracking off, homie, and the alarms are going off, then there's no time to be really thinking about how you're gonna get down there, right? All you know is that pretty much you have a homeboy down there that's pretty much getting the business, especially when certain tiers happen to have a little bit more of the other race, then it could be bad for certain individuals. And people know that the brothers, they happen to be big boys, homie. You go do 10 push-ups, carnal, and you swole, So it's like the homies know, like the homeboys know that when it comes to the brothers, those are some big boys that they're gonna be having a conflict with. So this homie happened to go down there and allegedly, right, happened to put in some work where he ended up hurting some individuals. And with the process, he also ended up getting hurt. He ended up getting a puncture wound in his back, right? So after that, after like this whole thing was going off and like the CLs are throwing their cans. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, homie, I'm over here crushing up some bud. So I apologize. So this individual ended up climbing back up, bro. Well, what it was told to us by other homeboys that were there, because at this time, there, you guys gotta understand that in San Quentin and the reception center, there's a lot of homies that are from the town. So another homie from the town had told us, like, man, we actually seen the homie Kriminal like a monkey, you know? He was climbing up the bars, homie. Like, he was just climbing up the bars. But as he's climbing, he's all, you guys can see that the homie was leaking, right? Like, the homies were able to tell, like, hey, this homie's got punctured. So the homie ended up going back into his cell, and well, while everything was getting, like, you know what I mean, back into control, and the homie didn't want to go man down, right? But pretty much the COs had walked by, and as they're checking individuals to see if they participated, well, they ended up seeing that the homie had a couple puncture wounds on him, right? So they ended up snatching him up, and well, everybody else knows what happens. You know what I mean? You get your write up, you go to the hall, you go do your little process, right? But pretty much, the homie was known after that, right? He had got respect, and pretty much, everybody started getting like, damn, homie, the homie Kriminal's over there putting in work, homie, letting other homies know what time it was, right? Like, hey, homie, this is what is required. This is what people expect you to do, you know, when it comes down to this whole norte and all that, right? So I'm not over here trying, like I said, homie, I'm not over here trying to promote violence, homie, or nothing. But with this story, I hope that like some people understand, like, hey, in prison, bro, there is stabbings, right? And even though like I'm giving old boy his props and like, hey, the homie went down there and did his thing, right? Because that's just the commitment that he had, right? There's also another image that you guys can be looking at, you know, or another picture, like in the sense like you got to look at it like this. If you're another race, there's people that are in prison really committed to like certain things, right? That they will actually go out of their way, homie. Even if you think like, oh, they're on the other thing, they can't get to me. There's always ways, and you gotta understand that prison is a really violent place. So it's not a place for people to really want to be there, right? But for the people that are going to prison or that are already there, you gotta be aware, homie, that anything can crack off, and man, it's a bad place, homie. So for the kids that are watching this, you gotta pay attention, homie. I guess it's like, even though it sounds cool, and I understand that at times I'm like, oh, that's something like, you know what I mean, that the homies did. But it's also at the same time to see, homie, that fuck se pone cabrón. So you really gotta think about your actions and understand that anything can get you up there, homie, from like the smallest little crime. Depending on the county and location, it can go bad, homie. So yeah, man, the homie ended up pretty much going to the medical, got caught up, and he was well known after that. He was well known for doing that, putting in that work, and a lot of homies from the town recognize who this individual is. They know who I'm talking about. I went to middle school with them, and now that I think back, it's like damn, would I ever think that this individual had the heart to actually do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially because I grew up playing with this individual from like pretty much sports, and you don't really sit back and think like, damn, homie. But hey, Watson does create some beast. You know what I mean? So it tends to happen. So with all that being said, man, I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, it's a real short, quick video on the homie Kriminal. That a lot of people in Watson happen to know. And yeah, man, that's actually a story that a lot of people actually would speak about, you know? So I figured I'd put it on YouTube, and if there was individuals that happened to be there with the homie when that occurred, hey man, drop a comment, let me know, and you never know, man, we might have a follow up, especially if some people want to put in some P dubs. So shout out to the homies. Yeah, sabe now. So with all that being said, if you're a new viewer, homie, make sure to subscribe, hit them likes for your boy, as well as that notification, homie. So when I go live, we can chop it up and do the good things. Ya saben. So with all that being said, man, it's your boy Conejo, and I'm out.